Hi, I'm Mark Michelson, Editor-in-Chief of Printing Impressions, and welcome to this edition of Impressions Exchange. I'm honored to have with me today Chris Kropac Jr., who's the president of PCI Group in Fort Mill, South Carolina. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you very much, Mark. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. So what are some of the vertical markets that PCI Group serves?
So we specialize in the transactional market, really highly compliant documents for healthcare, financial, insurance, cable, and collections industry. Really what I like to call promise to pay letters.
But you also serve one of the largest healthcare company in the country.
Yeah, we were fortunate enough to get that contract about 6 years ago. It's really ramped the business up, triple the size of the business over the last 6 or 7 years. So we're very fortunate to have that contract.
But then you're also worried, there's another side of your business. You're also working with collection agencies, kind of that side of the market.
Yeah, we actually have two sides of the business. We call it print ready, or a PDF workflow clients that a client is doing, composing a document, sending us the PDF, and then we print, fold, and mail. So it's sort of in the execution shop on that side, as well as we have a whole array of our own Quadient programmers. We have 7 developers on staff, so we do a lot of document composition for our clients as well as we do a lot of electronic communications for them.
How did COVID-19 impact your business? Obviously, I'm sure it has had a major impact.
Yeah, first is we're 100% dedicated to the transactional space. So we don't do any marketing mailings. We really focus on transactional only. Obviously, like everybody else, we lost a lot of revenue, a lot of volume during the beginning pieces of it. And then you never want to say it helped us out, but we actually picked up 4 nice clients in it because clients that were looking to outsource, to have an implant, they were looking to outsource or use us as a backup contingency vendor. Had some staffing issues early on, and obviously nobody really knew what was going to happen with COVID and what was happening if we keep our facilities open, not open. So we actually were able to start working with 4 clients during the COVID crisis, and we onboarded them during the time. Obviously, it was all via Zoom calls like we're doing right now, a little different. But overall, we were down about 10%. So our volume's almost back to normal right now. We have been experiencing a very good growth path over the last 4 or 5 years. So we didn't grow, obviously, but we survived.
But you also have moved very heavily into high-speed production inkjet printing.
Yeah, we've been looking at it probably for about 10 years. Honestly, back then, before the large medical healthcare provider came in, we were primarily doing single-page applications, black ink on a toner shell. With the advent of that contract, we had to move into the inkjet world because of multi-page applications, all full color inkjet, and we really jumped in with both feet. Right now, we have 6 color streams, 6 kind of color streams, all are full color inkjet. 3 of them, we have 2 facilities. One, our main corporate facility is in Fort Mill. We opened up a redundant facility in Dallas in December 2017. So we have 4 Canon color streams in Fort Mill, 1 screen in Fort Mill, and then we have 2 color streams in Dallas. And we have all of them, again, are full color inkjet. 2 have mica capabilities in Fort Mill, and 1 has mica capabilities in Dallas because we do a lot of checks for our clients.
How are you primarily handling the finishing side of the work coming off all those inkjet presses?
Yeah, so everything we do is roll to roll. So really our specialty, again, transactional mail, it's got to go into an envelope. We do package work, obviously manual, certified, overnight, UPS, box work. But majority of our work, I'll say 85 to 90% of it is going into a number 10 6x9 or a jumbo 9x12 envelope. So all our presses are roll to roll. We do have some cut sheet press obviously. We have a Canon i300 full color inkjet, which is a great device. For the small run jobs and transaction, you always have small run jobs. Everything coming into upstairs into the inserting room, as we say, is all roll in. High speed roll in using Bluecrest or Pitney Bowes Epics.
Would you say that going inkjet was really transformational for your business from a productivity and workflow standpoint?
Yeah, when you're in especially in my world, we've tried to dabble in the direct mail world and the marketing world a couple times, right? It's real tough to get into that world. The customer interaction is a little different. So we're really techies talking to techies, right? And then, of course, if you had to go, we were very specialist in what we did in invoice statements, stuff like that. So when you start looking at all the glossy stocks and all that stuff, it was just, even though it's not difficult, it's just a completely different world to us. with the advent of inkjet, really we can do anything we can. I mean, so I always like to say, your dreams in Colorado. I mean, it's really, it's a fantastic device. You never have to say no to your clients. Now, of course, there's a lot of paper substrates right now that's changed over the last 6 years. So you can go to like glossy stock and all that kind of stuff, which we really don't carry. But you don't really have to say no to clients anymore. And the best thing for clients in the inkjet world is they can test anything they want. And that's really, even in my world, they can test it. You can, in the old world, it was very expensive to do a 10,000 piece test because you had to get stock and everything. It cost you a lot of money. Now, if it's on the PDF, you print it, and the real advantage of inkjet is every single document is fully customized to that individual. And that really bodes well in transactional, transformational. If somebody in one document can be, for advertising for eyeglasses, the next one is diabetes medicine. It's completely different. The advent too is what we're trying to do with our clients is instead of giving us separate inserts or marketing inserts, have tagline or banners on the sheets, which makes every single document 100% fully customizable. So you know exactly what you sent to the client.
What do you see in the trend as, maybe some of these documents go electronic only, where there may not be a print component? How do you see that impacting your business?
Yeah. So, I've been saying for a long time, I've been saying for over 10 years, I have 10 years left in the space, right? And I've never moved it to 9 years, 364 days. Reality in a service bureau environment, right? We see a lot of consolidation going on right now. We see a lot of implants that, clients have implants, and necessarily more electronic that the company wants to go, the more it makes sense to outsource the physical print and mail. Because as we all know, that the equipment costs a lot of money. Every printer is $1.5 million. Every insert is $1 million plus. You can't have one. You have to have two. You have to have redundancy. You have to have two facilities. So as a company's physical print diminishes, it makes more sense to send it out. Why? Because they're only paying us a cost per piece. So if they go from $1 million to $900,000, they're still going to pay the same price per piece anyway. In an internal facility, of course, for the most part, fixed. So that you go from $1 million to $900,000, that document now costs you more money to produce it internally. So I still think there's a lot of opportunity for our industry. There's still a certain part of the industry that, I'm old, right? So I like to receive paper and pay electronically. A lot of people still like to receive paper, and I hate to get an invoice via email at 12 o'clock at night because then you're going to lose it. You're not going to do it. Then there's another piece of the puzzle to me is there's a lot of fraud in email. As long as there's fraud in email, you're afraid to use it as a device to pay, right? To pay and do that. So I'm not saying it's a great medium. Don't get me wrong. We email a lot to our clients. There's been studies proven right now that even the millennials, which is the new generation, if you send out an email, a relevant electronic communication that's tied with the direct mail piece, you get a 33% or 40% better response rate. So electronic is great for clients. It's a way to cut costs for clients, obviously saving postage for clients. But there's a fit for it. And there's always going to be a fit for physical mail, as far as I'm concerned, in my lifetime, I believe.
Well, Chris, much continued success to you and your team at PCI Group, and congratulations on celebrating your 50th anniversary milestone.
Thank you very much. And again, placed in 84th on the list of printing impressions, I think is pretty impressive. We just got on there a couple of years ago. Really proud of my team for doing that. We built a great team here, to support our clients. Really proud of what we're doing, and I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you.
My pleasure. And to all our viewers, thank you so much for watching Impressions Exchange. We'll see you next time.